Lachlan Edwards has it on the tee and ready to go. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This will be taken about the 12. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Let's go now. You can't run it. You can't run it. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Okay? Go, go.
Now Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10.
You got nothing. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
From the gun, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go, son. Mike, 57. Hey, pick your game up. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Lady. Double up. Hey, son. Hey, son.
On 2nd down now. It's Bell. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Darnold completes to Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On the counter, here's Bell. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got to kick.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this will go out of bounds, so they will lose yards on the play. And on 4th down, of course, it'll be a turnover on downs. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 65 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
The kick is good. Makes the score Ravens 7. Jets.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now? Start over again.
There he goes left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, 56 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Hey, hold on. 54, right? 54. They can't hang with us. Kill. Go. Get wrong.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check 99. Check 99.
Throwing is Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Watch that screen. Safety's creeping.
And Jackson throwing once more. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Shoot. Watch the shoot.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens have taken the lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looks pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offense coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run the counter. Bell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
At the 46-yard line.
Tight down. There you go.
Jackson now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Back to throw, Darnold. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Jackson to throw. This one complete to Ingram. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Let's go, defense.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Jets will take over first and 10.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson has got it to Ingram, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Not only another 1st down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Let's go.
receiver left. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You ain't got nothing.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A first down throw, Darnold flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. On first down, Darnold flushed to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Throwing on second and long. Darnold got some real estate inside the 30. He throws, and he hits the slant route to Thomas. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Judon, his second sack of the night. So they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot. They dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
That'll be Frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. After the penalty, it's Bell. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. Again, it's Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long.
48 to Mike. I'm on. Hey, Echo.
Now Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Quick throw taken in by Snead. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 40-yard line.
57, Mike 57. Guys, it's game. Let's go. Check 9.
Jackson now. Off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I smell fear in that offense. Kill. Deuce. Let's go.
They run. It's Mark Ingram fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Play action. Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try to take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Patrick Owasor just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw is Darnold. Caught here by Griffin.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Darnold completes to Bell, and he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Darnold from the gun. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jihad Ward showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
After the sack on first down, Darnold, and his throw here's incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Darnold now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Rolling to his right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. After the run, now Darnold to throw into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Check hot route. Hot.
They'll go for it with Bell, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Le'Veon Bell stops short of the line to gain, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. So first and 10 now from the 30. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch the safety creep. Switch. No take.
Now it's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He wasn't ready.
Gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the catch, it's Crowder. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Complete to Jamison Crowder. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, Team 6.
48 Mike.
Here's Darnold. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Jets' 49-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Rush in. Kill. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Slow.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So there you go, partner. How about that?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That will tie the all-time record set by Matt Prater of the Broncos back in 2013.
And you know, when Prater hit from 64, that was like breaking DiMaggio's streak or breaking the 4-minute mile of Bannister. Tom Dempsey, 63. That was a legendary number. So to top that here, even if it just ties the record, pretty darn awesome.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, lady. Hey,
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Matt Judon bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Good night, everybody.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Like a turkey, I run straight through the